CSGO is an old game and Counter-Strike is an even older franchise. As with all games, CSGO has been updated numerous times, with some updates gaining more notoriety than others. There were indeed many well-known updates, some of which brought players joy, others brought them to tears. Not all updates are talked about equally though, and you will soon find that out for yourself. I'll start by saying that the first update that CSGO has received happened on October 1st, 2012. This update wasn't anything very impressive, but it is known as the first update that isn't a pre-release patch. Next up, almost 4 weeks later, we have had Valve introducing GOTV and skill groups into CSGO. Skill groups were introduced on October 25, 2012 and in one way or another remain a big part of the game to this day. Winter of 2013 brought a new game mode. The first official game mode introduced by an update in CSGO was deathmatch, and it quickly became the go-to resource for players warming up before entering a competitive game later on. When February came around, Valve has added a maps workshop feature into the game. At the time, the workshop wasn't anything special, but as time went on, the workshop included many different maps and other things people have downloaded and practiced on, or had fun on. Given that the workshop feature is quite a big part of CS2 even to this day, it would be a shame not to call this update immensely successful. May of the same year introduced yet another prominent feature, and with it rolling out on May 22, 2013, added an Overwatch feature into the game. The goal of Overwatch was, and still is, to let higher ranked players observe the gameplay of a reported lower ranked player and to decide whether he is cheating or not. This update proved to be fruitful, but as time has shown, it was unable to root out all of the cheaters. June 12, 2013 added Mirage to the map pool. Given the fact that Mirage is a favorite map for many players to this day too, it wouldn't be unreasonable to call this update a success as well. After June, it was quiet for 2 months before Valve has rolled out yet another update, adding a silenced USP and a silenced M4 for the CTs. This update has also introduced standard and esports weapon cases, and players were enabled to receive weapon skins through timed item drops available on any VAC secure server. An update on February 5, 2014 is now known as the infamous AUG buff. The update increased the rate of fire of the AUG and also reduced its accuracy and recoil when scoped in, making it a negative of these days. This was again quickly fixed, but those who played the game back then remember the AUG with infamy. The next update broke the game while adding a pistol.
This gun is extremely overpowered, and we're not even going to get too much into why the gun is overpowered. There's a ton of reasons why this gun's so overpowered. From its price, its running accuracy, there's so many reasons why this gun needs nerfed.
An update on February 12, 2014 included CZ75 for the first time, at the same time reducing the recoil of the AUG and increasing its rate of fire. The same update made the newly included gun so powerful that it was able to penetrate walls and basically be an automated version of the AWP. This was of course once again quickly fixed, but CZ75 has also made its mark in the game by arguably being even more powerful than the aforementioned pistol. After that, Valve has released a notable update on July 1st, 2014, where they've introduced Operation Breakout and updated the buy menu with weapon stats including their damage, fire rate, recoil control, accurate range, movement rate, armor penetration, and penetration power. These days these things don't have that much of an effect on players, and they became something that everyone knows about but no one talks about, simply because people don't really look at such things when they're in a rush of buying weapons and or ammunition. Regardless, this update made its rather invisible mark in the game in that regard too. Last but not least, I would like to present to you the music kits. The music kits were added to CSGO on October 10, 2014 and can be considered one of the most useless updates of the year or even to the game as a whole. The core purpose of including music kits, according to Valve, was to include them as a special offer to players, enable them to check the music of other players, and of course replace all of the music in the game, and, perhaps most notably, include an anthem that plays whenever the player is an MVP of a round. In any case, the music kits exist, but they have a rather limited effect on the players and on the game as a whole. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to see more interesting explanations about things existing in Counter-Strike and beyond, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.